Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show, the inaugural episode of the Daily Nugget. First off, before we do the hellos, can everybody hear me? How do I sound? How do I look? How do I sound? Anything? You don't hear me at all? I got nothing going on in the chat. Can you guys hear me? Check, check. All right, cool, cool. Got a few 5x5s there. What's up? All right, let's see who all we got in here tonight. Shift kicker, what's going on? Unknown challenger, I like that. Milkmaid, see. Backwoods, what's going on, brother? Mark Bottoms, welcome. Rosanna, hello. In between prepping, what is going on, Mickey? Unknown challenger, yeah, I believe that's everybody. Well, first off, I want to thank you guys for showing up for the first ever episode. Lala, want to be neutral, awesome. Hello, Susanna. Um, Tammy C, welcome, welcome. Who else we get in here? Yeah, thank you for joining me, Militant Roots, for the first episode of the Daily Nugget. Pocahontas, hello. I did turn off the members only chat for this thing. I wanted to try it a little bit different. And instead of doing the special members only time at the beginning, I figured I'd try it at the very end of the stream. That way, I would probably get more relevant questions from the stream and do like a few minutes of members only time at the end of the stream. So I'm going to try it that way today and see how it works. I kind of have a feeling it's going to work a little bit better than doing it at the very beginning because there'll be information and there'll be legitimate questions that revolve around what we talked about. Penny D, welcome. Sherry Leach, Dagmar King, what's going on? Um, yeah, I kind of threw this show together really quick. Obviously, it'll morph and change a little bit. It's something I just put together in my head last week, and I just figured, hey, I got nothing better to do. Let's drop the hammer on it and see how it does. But as you guys know, I call it the Daily Nugget, and it's not a nugget of gold. I mean, if you guys have heard my philosophy on SHTF in the past on streams, I'm a firm believer that we're in the middle of STHF right now. A lot of people think that when it hits the fan, it's just going to be one big mess of crap being thrown at the fan. I kind of think there's somebody back there with a box full of the S, and they're just throwing like one little nugget at a time at us. That's why we're getting all these distractions. So that's why it's called the Daily Nugget. And it's going to be, it's like I said, it'll probably change, but the way I have it planned out right now in my head, so to speak, is what I'd like to do is, and you guys saw the thumbnail at the beginning. Um, I want to do live stream schedules, which means I would like, any of the other content creators, if you want me to give you a shout out, just send me an email and give me your weekly schedule whenever you normally go live. Obviously, there will be changes. Obviously, people are going to do surprise live streams. That's understandable. But I know me myself and Daisy, thank you, new member, awesome. I wanted to do something myself because it's hard to remember who does what day they do it, and what they're talking about. So I kind of wanted to put together something almost like a TV guide or a prepper menu for the shows that I can hit on every single day. And maybe I'll do like a little Word document and pin it at the very beginning of the show or at the very end of the show, and you can just hit pause and read through it and see who's doing what on what day. But that's one of the things that I would like to do. I would also like to do free stream interviews. If you're a content creator and like say, like tonight would have been perfect if I'd have had enough chance to do it, enough time to do it because myself, the milkmaid, and Hutch are all going to be guests on Native Voice on Native and Devout's channel for his little war game scenario thing that he has going on. So we're going to be on there directly after this show at 9 o'clock. So it would have been a perfect time for me to do a pre-stream interview with Native on here, talking about his show, how it works, what's going on, and then we could pull people from this show. We would know where to go afterwards. But I would like to do that with people, throughout the week, to do some pre-stream interviews, current events, channel spotlights. I want to talk about food preservation and food production. You guys know I love to can. Um, your normal prepping chat, without getting crazy political and crazy religious. We are going to talk about current events and prepping stuff, but we're not going to go way overboard. And we're not going to intentionally go out and try to get a strike just so I can be mad at YouTube. I want to do a lot of skill sharing too. All the simple little things that people talk about learning. Maybe I don't know it, but maybe somebody in the chat does, and somebody in the chat can hop up here and explain how to do something or share your experiences with doing different things. We got a good question here. What do we got here? Unknown Challenger says, Ghost, would you do a site like Comics Gym though instead for hosting the schedules with someone? Yeah, that could be kind of, yeah. Like I said, it's going to morph. It'll change, because people change the days and times they go live, and it'll be something that I'll have to keep up with, on a daily basis. But that's fine. I don't mind doing that. I can commit to that. But for this show, for the time being, until I get completely worn out, I want to do this show 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and then I still have the canning stream on Saturdays, so that'll just give me Sunday off. So I'll probably get tired. I'll probably get ragged, after a couple of weeks of it. I may need to take a day off, or I may need to pull it back and do, like, say, just Monday, Friday for a couple of weeks, and then go back to 5 days or something like that. But we'll just see. I don't know. If it takes off and it does really good, I may be able to do it 5 days a week for, a long time. We'll see. What's going on, Bug Dude? Hoot, welcome. Sherry Leach, how you doing? Tiger, hello. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody while I was ranting and raving. But the way I kind of have it worked out in my head, like today's show was just going to be, kind of putting a little mission statement out there and of kind of what I want to do. Because a lot of you guys know I don't usually do live streams with just myself up here. I'm way more comfortable with somebody on the panel that I can like legit talk to and do back and forth. So it's kind of new for me to just do a live stream on my own. But so today we're just gonna run across the basics. I'll answer any questions you may have and just kind of try to shoot from the hip and hang out for about an hour, because I'm gonna get off here and grab a bite to eat and then get ready for Native's stream at 9. And you guys ought to really check that out. It is like a really cool show. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little anxious, but I'm looking forward to it. And I think tomorrow's show is going to be it's going to revolve around, it's going to revolve around food storage. Whether it be long-term, canning, dehydrating, vacuum sealing, things like that. And what I'm gonna do is whatever the topic is for the day, if that's the topic for the day on the show, once we cover that, then we can go into a Q&A, maybe pull some people up on the panel and just kind of hang out and just have some fun. I'd like I'm thinking Wednesday of this week to do a channel spotlight. I've already contacted more than one content creator about doing a channel spotlight. And it's not technically going to be an interview. It's going to be a channel spotlight. It's going to be, I want to bring them up here and give them, 10 or 15 minutes to just say who they are, how long they've been prepping, why they started prepping, when they started their channel, what they do on their channel, kind of like their time to kind of just reach out and let everybody know who they are, what they're doing, and what they're about. And then we'll do a Q&A. We'll do what we normally do. And then I'm followed up on Thursday with food production. We can talk about the garden. We can talk about the rabbits. We can talk about raising chickens. We can talk about hydroponics. We can talk about aquaponics. We can talk about hybrid systems, all of that. And then I was thinking Friday would be something like just like a whatever day. That's when the prepping chat and the, maybe some shallow rabbit holes, not deep rabbit holes. But we'll just have fun on Fridays. Hey, what's going on? Native's in here right now. Yeah, I was just explaining to everybody about your show coming up tonight, Native. I'm anxious and I'm looking forward to it. So, I will be off here in plenty of time for that. But this stream tonight was just to test it out to see if anybody would actually log on and watch me talk to myself. And there's looks like 42, 43 of you, which is awesome. and just kind of get it set up and prepped for tomorrow. So I think it'll be pretty cool. But like I said, the food store. We'll talk about food storage tomorrow, and hopefully I can find a few people that want to come up here and chat with me about food storage. People that actively engage in storing food, long term and short term. It doesn't matter. I mean, you got to have food. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's just I threw the show together really really quick just because I don't know. I was motivated to do it. 6 days a week nonstop live streams is probably going to get old pretty quick, but I'll ride the horse until it's time to put it back in the barn and take a break. So we'll see what happens. Arkansas Wolf ass, what's going on? Welcome. Flintstone Girl, hello. But I noticed that Backwoods was here in the chat. Backwoods, you and me ain't been on a panel together in a while. You want to come up here and chat? Matter of fact, I'm just going to drop the link. Anybody wants to come up here and hang out for a few minutes, we can do that. And y'all can ask me questions about the show or whatever. It don't matter. Boom. Boom. Okay, I just dropped the link for you guys. So if anybody wants to come up, come on up. Backwoods, Native, anybody. Of course, Native, you're probably busy getting ready for your show. Did not know that. What is that, trivia? Did you know Uncle Sam was a meat packer from Troy, New York, and supplied Army in 1812? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool trivia. Something to look up, somebody could dig into it. That's what that's all about. Let's see. Tiger says, I'll be canning all day tomorrow. Have to make room in the freezer for the hog we process. Yeah. Yeah, that's like I tell everybody. A freezer is just like a halfway point between the store or your garden and a canning jar. I fill the freezer, then I dump the freezer and I can it. Uh-oh, special guest Bigfoot. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? How's it going?
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
All right, let me try that again.
Backwoods says Ghost Prepper's going to drop the hammer on Milkmaid Hutch. I hope so. I don't know, though. I don't know, man. Those scenarios last week were brutal. They were good, but they were brutal. Unknown Challenger, I don't have a PayPal and I don't have a Cash App. I haven't done any of that stuff yet. I mean, if somebody wants to donate to the channel, they're more than welcome to do that, whatever chatty thing they do, or that $ there thing at the bottom.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, there we go.
Okay. I could hear Bigfoot.
Really, I think it was on my end. I think I had the mute button on the. It's hard to tell. There ain't no light on it anymore. It may have been hit from earlier. So Bigfoot, come on back in here. I'm pretty sure that was my fault, not yours. Yeah, Unknown Challenger. I don't have a PayPal or a Cash App or anything yet, but like if somebody wants to, I know there's like the little $ down there at the bottom. I mean, I may set up a PayPal and all that good stuff one day, but I appreciate you asking.
Man, I had to go and I done a bunch of work and stuff today, so I took a shower earlier, and then I didn't have no shirt on while I was sitting here watching, so I had to go put a shirt on, else, you'd have got flooded with like super chats. These women, they wouldn't have let you leave, because they wouldn't have wanted me to leave if they could have seen my chest, So,
I know, right? We'd have been stuck here forever. Yeah, Ghetto. What's going on, Ghetto? Yeah, it wasn't him. I'm pretty sure it was me. I hit the mute button on my computer accidentally. There he is.
There's Bigfoot.
Now you're messing with me, right?
Now
I can't hear you.
No, I can't hear him either.
I can't hear you.
You're muted. Unmute.
You weren't muted the first time, so undo whatever you did when you logged off. Because everybody else said they could hear you, but I couldn't, and now nobody can. Can anybody in the chat hear him?
I can't hear him. Is this your first day streaming, Bigfoot, or what? He's like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you backwoods. I can't hear Bigfoot.
Yeah, I can't hear Bigfoot either. For real.
Jack, can't hear you either. Can you hear us, Bigfoot? Because you're not muted on my end. All right. What's been going on, backwoods?
Man, just little work and kind of relaxed a little bit this weekend, but had some properties to do this morning and got them done and was just kind of finished loading my trailer. I'm gonna be heading out to the deer woods in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there at the cabin and kind of roughing it, but kind of not. You know what I mean? We got a cabin, but there's no electricity, no running water, none of that stuff. So, got to use lanterns and bottled waters and jugs and
Yeah.
Testing.
there he is.
Oh, there he is.
I don't know what I did.
Well, the first time it was me. I had my computer was muted.
I got you. No, I don't think I've ever been on a panel with you, Ghost. I just wanted to pop up and say hi.
Yeah, you haven't. This is the first time we've been up here together. Usually you're asleep and I can see your feet and your old lady's doing the chatting.
Story of my life. Yep.
Yeah. I remember you kick back in the recliner and she just shows everybody your feet. She does like a little narration of your feet while she's doing it her stream. That was a while back. That was funny.
Yeah. So everybody's been so inspired to do cannon lately, so I had to try it, and it's actually been pretty fun.
Oh, it's a blast. It is addictive.
Yeah, yesterday I canned 13 pounds of ground beef. Last Sunday I canned 20 pounds of potatoes. It's been fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did I can't remember how many. I canned all kinds of crazy stuff this past week, but I know Prepper Tribe, he's went absolutely ape shit. He started canning 3 weeks ago and he ain't stopped yet. He's just going nuts.
Yeah,
And that's crazy because that canner sat on his shelf for I think he said 13 years, brand new in the box.
I like the fact that I'm able to pull some meat out of my freezer and free up space in there.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Because you can only leave it in there so long, and then you're talking freezer burn, and then that's why I like my freezer. I get stuff at the store, it goes in the freezer. I mainly use my freezer, for the rice and the beans and flour and stuff like that to kill the bugs and eggs. But the meats and stuff, it goes in the freezer. If I get it on sale, like the Boston butts, I've been getting them for 99 cents a pound, so I'm getting multiples every week. So yeah, the freezer's full of Boston butt roast right now. But I'll pull out 2 or 3 of them and cook them and can them.
I use my freezer over there for ice cream and whiskey.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, Gemma. Thank you, Gemma. You're such a sweetie. I appreciate you, girl.
Yeah, another thing, if you can get the meat out of your freezer and into your pantry shelf, you don't have to worry about if you lose power.
Yeah, that happened to me once. If it happens now, I'll lose some stuff, but it'll be, it's not like a year's worth of food that I just lost. That would just break me. I get it in the jars as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Or like what happened to me about 4 years ago. It was about 4 years ago. That'd be about right. I had a whole freezer full of deer meat and all kinds of stuff. Freezer was just stuffed. And went in there one day, and there was water on the floor, and I was like, "Oh no!" And what had happened was one of the kids had went in there to get a pizza or something out of the freezer, and a jacket, I guess, had fell. And instead of picking the jacket up, they closed the jacket into the door, which didn't seal the door, so it popped back open. And man, it was all thawed out. I mean, everything was. A lot of stuff was, like to burn our freezer up, all kinds of stuff, dude. It was a bad deal.
Yeah, because it was running wide open the whole time that door was open.
Yeah.
Tiger, I've never done fish before. I have seen people do it before. I have never canned fish. I do intend on doing that one day as soon as I get my aquaponics back up and running. But I've never canned fish. But I've seen people do it, and it didn't look disgusting. I don't know. I'm not sure how it tastes, but I would think it wouldn't be too bad if you do it right.
Yeah, that sounds like a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
I
I'm
would-
gonna hop down, guys. Thanks for letting me come up for a minute. Just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Appreciate it.
well, shoot,
Peace out.
Bigfoot. We'll holler at you.
See you, Backwoods.
See you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. That would seem very interesting to can fish.
Yeah, I've seen people do it with like salmon and tuna. Um, yeah, I've seen people can fish, shrimp. Uh, I think you can pretty much anything, man. Like legitimately, other than any kind of thickener, rice, noodles, things like that. You don't want to do it. But then again, I've heard you can noodles, like the egg noodles apparently do pretty good. I don't know. Native, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I was fixing to say something about that. Like he's over there trying to get people to can fish.
Hell, you got a canner, brother. Can some fish Saturday. The salmon came.
I know
Shit.
one of
But
these
then
days.
most
Hopefully,
salmon, unless you get like a fresh salmon fillet or salmon steak at the store, if you get it already canned, it's mushy in there too. So that might just be how it breaks down. Carp,
kind
bushcraft
of
says
like
carp can's good. I
kind
would
of
think carp would do okay. I would think catfish would probably do okay. That's a pretty muscular fish.
yeah. I'm wondering if maybe it breaks it down, kind of like when you get some of that tuna, you know how it kind of smashes down pretty easy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, you're not going to can the fish and then open it up and do it like you traditionally would cook it. You know what I mean? You're not going to throw it on the grill. It's not going to hold together.
No.
So you would be. I mean, like me, I like salmon stew. I like salmon and grits. So I'm fine with it that way.
Hmm. You gonna put the smack down on Hutch and Milkmaid?
I'm gonna try, man. I'm worried about Milkmaid, man. She's smarter than she lets on. She acts like she ain't, but that woman knows her stuff.
Oh, Hutch ain't nothing to even worry about, is he?
I don't know, man. He might put shoes on and bring his A game.
Yeah,
Well, I'm glad we're
Milkmaid is
cheering
pretty
you up,
smart.
Jim. I'm glad we're cheering you up. Yeah, I'm worried about the Milkmaid, to be honest with you.
She's pretty sharp. Oh, Bug Dude says Milkmaid's going to embarrass y'all.
I believe it, man. I believe it. I believe it 150%.
It's
Definitely.
a it's fun, man. I'm gonna be honest with you that it because I mean Native even he even said that he took he gave Pot B a little some credit and gave you and us some credit on kind of doing the scenario things and War Game Wednesdays and stuff and he kind of put all that together, man. And I'm gonna tell you that is freaking fun as all get out,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Especially because people can throw them caveats in there, man, and you're clicking along there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh yeah, well, what if they do this? It's like crap, man.
Yep.
You got to think. And I still say, I don't care what nobody says in the chat. I don't even like nobody that don't agree with me. I still say I whooped Tribe and Pot B. They didn't. They were out of their game, man. They didn't even.
Oh, there's Niecy. What's going on, Niece? Where'd she go? There she is.
Hey,
Niecy,
Niecy.
everyone, Ghost Prepper, Tribes in the kitchen, canning chicken right now. Tribes canning right now. You go, boy. Native says I'm taking everyone out of their comfort zone tonight. That's cool because I ain't got a comfort zone.
Ooh, get them, Native.
Native says let's take a vote right now. I think he's talking about you whooping their ass. I do not believe he agrees with you.
Yeah, it is caviar, by the way. I forgot about that. That was funny.
Yeah,
God dang, man, we laughed so hard.
I was watching. It was hilarious. That was a good show. That was a really good show, actually.
Well, because even at the first, that one Native was like, let's, when we were backstage, he's like, let's go over, these scenarios. And well, Pot B and me both were like, no, man, no, and let's let it be a surprise, because you started doing that, that one time, because I was like, man, you didn't send me the scenario, and you was like, I know. I was like, damn it, here we go. But it's
Dave, sandwich tonight. It's me, the milkmaid, and Hutch. I'll never wake up from that surgery.
oh. So yeah, it's really fun that way, man. It's just a fun game, dude. I mean, he's got it going on with that, starting that game up and stuff. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good one. There were some really good scenarios and really good caviars last week.
Yeah, I had a blast, man.
It was fun. Hey, Susie D, how you doing?
Hey, Susie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna be out in the old woods fighting the skeeters and the snakes, I guess, because it's damn hell. It's still hell. It's 70 degrees right now.
it was chilly here today. It was really chilly last night. That cold front y'all had a few days ago is moving through. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty sure this show's gonna kick my ass. I'm gonna go 5 days a week as long as I can. I'm gonna go 5 days a week. May take a day off here or there or something, but I'm gonna do 5 days a week plus the Saturday. Just see if it gains some traction.
Yeah. Well, it'll be it. I think it'd be a great show, man, of an evening like this, because like for me, it's 6 o'clock, when you started the show, and that's just about right, coming in and eating and stuff, and catching if you do catch some news, and I'll be, like some of the times you were talking about doing some schedules, like telling who's going to be on at certain days and stuff. That'd be handy as heck too, because there's sometimes I get in here and I'm searching through like, man, who's supposed to be on tonight?
That's where I got the idea, because it pisses me off. Can't find anybody, and then you don't get the notifications, and it's like you find out about it and the show's halfway over. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So I figure if I can kind of throw together a tentative schedule for people to kind of help out a little bit. Hey,
Right.
Native, while you're in the chat, you want to come up here for a couple minutes and explain to everybody your show and your game and how it works instead of me and Backwoods doing it?
Yeah, for real. I can even jump down if he just needs the little time. I mean, it's all good.
Plenty of
Whatever.
room.
What's up, kicking it?
What's up, Kicking It Homestead? What's going on?
Kicking it.
Yeah,
Homestead.
it's been a minute since you and I shared the screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool, y'all. Native's going to come up here in a minute and he'll explain how his game works. It's a hoot. It is a trip. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, other than that, ain't a whole lot of nothing going on. I just got rabbits getting really, really big. Fixing to overwinter my peppers. Got to go out there and start butchering those bad boys. Hey, Angela B's here. What's going on, Angela?
Hey, Angela. I think I'm fixing to take the 22 out there and get rid of my 2 roosters. I'm about tired of them jokers, man. I mean, it's because, well, I got one hen, for whatever reason, she always wants to lay an egg somewhere in the, in the coop instead of laying it up in the nesting boxes. So that means I have to go inside there to get the egg, and it's a fight every time I go in there, man.
Oh yeah.
As much as I whoop the feathers off these roosters, you'd think they'd learn by now, but it don't matter. Them jokers, they ready to fight, boy.
We had a turkey like that when I was growing up. Man, he was a beast. He'd fight anything. Dogs, people, he didn't care.
Man, I thought I killed one of them roosters the other day, man. dude, I laid into him with that broom handle, man. I freaking knocked feathers off of him, dude. He
Oh, we used to have we had a metal pipe. We had a metal pipe by the coop door when we had to go in there with that turkey. And I can't tell you how many times I wrapped the shit out of him, man. He'd go sideways and he'd get up and just shake his head and come right back at you. He was a mean boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's dang, man. I'm telling you, I cracked him, man. Feathers went everywhere, and he went over there and kind of flopped around for a minute. And I thought, well, good, I killed his sorry butt. I'm about tired of fighting with him anyway. Man, it wasn't a few minutes. I went over there to get that egg, and as I was starting out of the coop, man, here he come, man. He nearly got me on the hind end, boy. He was coming after me.
He says, Ghost, we got a lot of people from North Carolina in the prep community. Yeah, we do, man. North and South Carolina. We ought to organize one of them get-togethers like Pinball just did. Have like a big hoot.
Lucky Dame. Well, I tell you what, I'll send you these 2 roosters and I'll let you do that. Try to tame them. They're meaner than crap.
And I remember them turkeys, that big turkey we had when I was growing up. I legit tried to kill that thing every time I went in the cage. I was hoping it would die. And he did, man. He didn't care. And I don't remember whatever happened to him. I don't know if we turned him loose and just let him run off in the wild or if we ended up eating him one year, but he was something else. I know one thing, the whole time we had him, nothing in that cage got killed by any kind of predators. He was something. Militant Roots is here. Red Foot Mama. Backwoods just pick them up from their legs and hang them upside down. I've never had a problem after doing that.
I don't know. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you, dude. I'm afraid to get near trying to grab them anymore, man. Cause I tried to wrestle one of them down one day, man, and that joker, he like to got me. He was flopping.
And just grab him around the throat. Grab him around the throat and shake him until the fight leaves him.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to do with the stick. But like I said, I think I'm about ready to just put the 22 on them.
Yeah. Harvest Mary Moon, how are you doing? Well, I know, like, we had plenty of chickens and we had plenty of roosters that were mean. But man, when you go from a 8 or 9 pound mean rooster and then you get like a 25 or 30 pound turkey, man, you're talking bantam weight jumping up to heavyweight, because a 30 pound turkey will take you to the ground. They just run up your back. Oh yeah, it's bad.
Man, Yankee Watchdog, I'll tell you, one of the times I went in there, it was before I started taking that broom handle in there. He tried to get me, and I kicked that joker like a football, man, and he went end over end, because I had my steel toe boots on, man, my old slip on, work boots.
Yeah.
He went end over end, hit the ground, flopped around for a minute, got back on his feet, and here he come again, man. I mean, wide open. And I kind of jumped up and put my foot on his neck, and then I took my other foot and kind of did one of them hacky sack kicks, and kicked him into the pin. And after I did that, he kind of ran off. Hey, Native, what's up, buddy?
Thank you, Dupsy Daisy.
What's going on, man?
That's so awesome. What do you mean when will it let you join the chat? You're in the chat right now. You want to come up on the panel? Just let me know. I appreciate the donation so much. Thank you. What's going on, Native?
What's up, brother? What's going on? Let's go, Brandon. I just want to put that out there, man.
I hear you. Man, that thing is just taking over the internet, dude. I mean, that thing
isn't it really, man? I got that video you sent me that you emailed me.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I'm going to use it tonight in the show. That was pretty good.
That was a cool video. And I think G2 sent it to me.
G2 is off the hook.
Cool stuff.
She is deep into all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, she sent some cool stuff. So yeah, this will be the first pre-stream pump. This is what I wanted to do with this channel. Like if somebody's got a live stream coming up after me, bring them up here before their stream and they can pump the stream and get everybody riled up and get them ready to go. So the floor is yours, Native. Let us know what you got going on and all that good stuff.
All right, man. I got the setup. This is a new game show. This is what we were trying to do. A lot of channels before me have done the whole scenario thing where we come in and we run different scenarios. Ghost and Backwoods are experts at it. POTB has done it. All kinds of channels do it. I'm trying to make it into a game show, and it's still evolving and changing. But basically what it is, I bring 3 people up, and I write out these long, in-depth scenarios. And we throw caveats at them, which is what we change it up as they go on. We call them caviars. I think Prepper Tribe is the one who coined that word. But anyway, at the end of it, the chat gets to vote on which scenario they thought had the best answer. Okay, there's no right or wrong answers here. We're trying to change it up tonight. What we're going to do is we're trying to make it like a Dungeon and Dragons type thing. We've been calling it Dungeons and Preppers or you know, something like that, or Bunkers and Preppers. We're trying to figure it out. The setup was a name that one of the members of the community, JR, he came up with it, but we kind of like the way it's going. So tonight, the way it's going to work, man, I'm trying to throw everyone off of their center. I'm trying to take everybody out of their comfort zone, because I feel like those are the scenarios we need to run the most, the ones that, you know, we're not set up for. Everyone has in their mind, I feel like all preppers have in their mind what their doomsday scenario is, and that's kind of what we prep towards. But what if that's not what happens? What if something happens, you know, that's outside of your purview? You know, what would you do then? So anyway, Tiger, I see you. Yeah, we're going to start giving out prizes eventually, because I want it to evolve into where the subscribers come up and they're the contestants in the game, you know, and because all these guys, all these creators and stuff, you know, they're, like I said, they're experts at it and whatnot. And, you know, they don't need me to send them stuff, you know, but I would like to do that. I have prizes set up. This is one of the prizes I have set aside for when we start doing that. Probably can't see it because of my green screen, but it's a Sawyer Minius, the gravity filter.
Oh yeah.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've set that aside. I've been slowly collecting things to give out to people, you know, just for fun, man. You know, it's just fun to do these things. And every time I've done this in the past two episodes, like, you guys' answers make me think about things I've never thought of before. And that's one of the reasons I like doing this. You know, it's just fun. It makes us think. It makes us say, you know, what would you do if? So that's kind of like the premise of the show.
Yeah. I mean, we had fun. I know Backwoods and we had fun doing those. I mean, it first started out as what would Ghost do, and then it kind of morphed into what would we do. And, man, those scenarios, they're just fun because you can know exactly. Hey, pretty girl.
Look at that little sweetie. Like, no.
In your mind, you could go over it 1,000 times. You can get up there and be confident. I know exactly what I'm going to do if this and this happens. And I get up there Backwoods and he says something different. I'm like, holy crap, man, I need to think about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's really good to,
right?
You might think you know exactly what you're going to do, you know, until you get in that situation, you know. And it's like
Exactly.
You said the other night, you know, no battle plan ever survives first contact.
Exactly. You know,
once you get popped in the mouth, your whole view changes.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you know, and that's just the way it is, because you can't predict what any human being is going to do. You know, I hate when people say, like, I like to watch court TV. I really do. I like to watch, and I hate when a lawyer goes up there and say, well, why did you do this? That's odd and weird that you. And I always think, how do you know that's weird? It might be weird for you, but you can't say what one human being would do against another one. You know, we're all different. I've always hated that, and it always comes back, you know, when you run these scenarios and stuff, we don't know what human beings are going to do. Humans are weird, man.
Right. Sherry Leach, yeah, I haven't blocked anybody. The only thing I could think of is, are you not subscribed, Dupsy Daisy? If you're not subbed to the channel, just go in there and click that red button, and you should be good to go. That's the only thing I can think of, because I haven't blocked anybody, and I don't think any of the mods have blocked anybody. They haven't told me.
they're not showing to be hid.
I don't know.
Did you do your thing in the very beginning where only the members
I
could?
switched it. I switched it. I made it open to all. I made it open to subscribers only, and I'm gonna do the members only part at the end this time. That way, they'll have like some questions to answer. You know what I mean? It kind of makes more sense to do it at the end than the beginning because we hadn't really talked about anything in the beginning, so there ain't really any questions. You know,
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I'll just do it at the end for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever, however long they want to talk until your show starts. I don't want to be late to go over and get my ass whipped by a milkmaid.
Milkman's gonna kill y'all.
I know.
I don't know, man. I like I said, I'm taking everyone out of their comfort zone, so I don't want to give anything away. But I got something for Milkmaid too. Hutch has no idea what's in store for him, man. So, like you said earlier, man. I've been scratching my head all week for you because I don't think you have a comfort zone. I think you're right. So I got something for you. I got something very special for Ghost, guys. Y'all don't want to miss it.
Oh shit. It's gonna be. Do I get to call a friend? Do I get to phone a friend?
Yeah, you can ask the chat. You can ask the chat a question. There's rules, and I didn't go into all the rules and stuff. If you guys come over tonight, you'll see. And most of you guys I see in here, you've been there anyway, so you know what's going on. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go help with bedtime, and I'll see you in a little bit, brother.
All right, man. Be good. Be safe.
Peace, Native.
Backwoods, I see you, brother.
All right, brother. I'll be there.
All right, man.
It looks like you got it working, so
That'll be cool, man.
yeah.
And that's really and that's a really cool thing too for even like for Native because it gives him opportunity to really try to think outside the box as well.
Yeah.
Off
the wall, you must have missed it a while ago when I pulled Native up here. His show on Monday nights is at 9 p.m. And he does it's a really cool game. What was it called again? I always forget the name of it.
What? The setup?
The setup. That's it. It's called the setup. But he has 3 guests with 3 specific scenarios, and then he throws caveats at you and changes it up when you get confident when you're saying what you're going to do. But it is a hilariously fun show. And tonight it's me, the Milkmaid, and Hutch are the contestants. So, and it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. So it's a little over an hour and 15 minutes from now. But yeah, so it's going to be fun. So yeah. But it's just some serious mental war games. They're really good.
Yeah. And, one of the people in the panel can also throw the caviars at you. And also the chat can actually ask questions or say, kind of gets intermingled in there with you too.
Right. That's a good point, Ship Kicker. You might need to make sure you're toggled to live chat, not top chat. Oopsie.
Oh, yeah.
Messed up and did that one night. Yeah, it's a fun show off the wall. If you had never seen it before, it's honestly, in my opinion, it's the best thing going right now on YouTube. Is that show? It's good. What's going on, Leslie? Give me liberty, give me death. How about give me liberty or give me liberty? Georgia Peach.
Right. Man, I don't know what all you was wanting to do on this particular show, Ghost. But I wanted to kind of bring up if anybody hadn't seen this yet, they are hunting down people in Canada.
Sorry, what?
They are hunting down people in Canada that has not been this.
Wow. I just took care of that off the wall because I didn't want to type it in by hand, so I had to wait till you chatted where I could do it. So it should be loaded up now. Hunting them down, huh?
Yep. Kids and all. Man. When they said that earlier, and when I got to reading it and stuff earlier, I was thinking to myself, yeah, them hunters can become the hunted. You start hunting my family, I'm going to be hunting you,
All right,
Hey,
cool.
Barry.
Milkmaid's back. Lake, what's going on, Lake? How are you doing tonight?
She probably been over there teasing Bigfoot. I feel sorry for Bigfoot sometimes, man, because she seems like Lake Fairy seems like the type of person that would just wait until you like pretty much start going to sleep and then go in there and like do something mean to you, and scare you and wake you up,
Yeah,
She's kind of mean like that.
kind of mean.
Yeah.
She's got a streak. She's got one of them streaks. Moose.
Sherry, I don't care if it's the military or not. They start hunting my family and I'm hunting back. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if I don't see. I told you, look, you know me too.
Yeah. Dr. Maniac says, Ghost Pepper, thanks for the canning bids. Anytime, brother. Are you talking about the live streams or the few that I have up? If you think watching the vids are fun or watching the replays of the streams are fun, you should watch them when they're live. They're pretty good. We do it every Saturday night at 8 o'clock. It was last week was a good party. It was fun. I did make a mistake though. I'm gonna do a video on it. I'll talk about it the next stream, but I'll go ahead and talk about it now too. Um, I canned, I sauteed some onions and some garlic, and then I put the cranberry beans in there, and then I put pulled pork on top and canned it. I soaked the cranberry beans for about 6 hours, and I thought they were fully hydrated where they wouldn't soak up any more moisture, but apparently they weren't as hydrated as they should have been. So everything in the can just expanded. There's not that much liquid in there. It's still perfectly edible. There's nothing wrong with it. But I wanted it to be more of almost like a soupy stew kind of with, real juicy. So, I did, it was a 10-pound Boston butt, 2 pounds of beans, and I got it all in 7 jars. Well, I probably had about a pound and a half of barbecue left in the fridge, pulled pork. So I'd say I put about 8.5 pounds. Bottom line, I put way too much stuff in the jars. I had enough stuff. I could have made 14 jars instead of 7. So next time I'm going to have to do it a little bit less. But I put way too many beans in there, and then they expanded. So they're super, super full. All of them sealed. They're all perfectly fine. They're just not completely submerged in the fluid, which they're still fine.
All right. That was what I was going to ask. You went ahead and answered it though.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to have fluid in there. You can't beat canning live with ghosts and the cannibals and being able to ask some questions as you're doing it. Make sure you're doing it right. You learn so fast. Yeah, Native, he canned with us for the first time, I believe 3 weeks ago. Him and Tribe at the same time. Him, Tribe, and Nisi at the same time. They canned with us live for the first time, and they've been nonstop canning ever since then. Cedar, what's going on? How you doing? Hello.
Man, I saw Native's deal. All he did was canned up some dry rice, man, and dry canned it, man. He tried to hook a vacuum cleaner up to the top of it. It didn't even work right. Native don't know nothing about canning. He gonna talk about it.
That's a beautiful calf, milkmaid. She had a brand new calf born this morning.
Sweet. Hey, Cedar.
Run, Ghost, run. Milkmaid's here. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much any kind of meat, you just rock and roll. It cans pretty much the same way. You just got to get used to whether you're using fluid or not. And hello, Lady Smith. Backwoods is such a hater.
I'm seriously gonna can one of these days, man. I got other things going on and trying to get. Man, I just don't have no freaking room to put the stuff, dude. Golly,
Lake's got a pretty good name for you. Backwards in canning.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to so when winter time gets here and I ain't got no yards and stuff left to do, which it's about to get that way, I'm gonna start moving some stuff around, and I'm gonna also close in my attic here, or up here on my shop building.
Yeah.
All that right up there. I'm gonna close all that in and make storage areas up there where I can start storing some stuff up there in some containers, and then I can make some room for some shelves in the house to do some canning, to have some place to put it. And Milkmaid wants to know, why would Ghost run? That's because we was talking a bunch of crap about you and Hutch earlier. You was gone.
Mark Bottoms, wow, you're rich. When are you going to make ghee? We made ghee twice already. I plan on doing a short video, like about a 10-minute video, and uploading it on the process of making ghee instead of somebody having to watch a 2-hour, 3-hour live stream.
You can do it. From what I saw, Dusty did it, didn't he?
He canned over his propane stove. I'm going to can over a fire. I'm going to build a Dakota fire pit in the backyard, and I'm going to can over it.
Sweet.
Just to get used to how to do it. That'll be a fun episode. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to have to, if I'm going to have the fire and then have me a rake for the coal where I can rake the coal. Like I'm going to have the fire suspended over a grate where the coals fall through, like in a burn bucket, like even like a smoker, and then just move the coals over to underneath the canner and try to regulate the temperature that way. Or if I'm going to put me maybe a tripod or a bipod with a crank above the fire where I can just suspend the canner, and raise it and lower it. I don't know.
Now a buddy of mine's he took 3 pieces of black iron, and they took and fitted them together. No, it's black iron. It was anyway. No, and it's black iron, and he took they put them together at the top, and he put a small little winch on there, little crank, and he's got, it's just a little small one, and comes down with a hook, or a deal to connect, and that's how he does his everything he cooks on. He cooks on all kinds of stuff, and he said, man, you can just watch, and if it's starting to seems to get too hot, he just cranks it up a little bit, and he just lowers it up and down.
Doopsy's got a good one, says Ghost, will that get hot enough? And then Boots comes right back and says, no, you're going to need a fire to can, not the coal. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the coals, number one, they're not going to maintain a constant, steady temperature. So I'm probably just going to have to, I'm going to rig me some kind of a system to where I can just manipulate it over the fire and can that way. I think I'm going to put it on some kind of a platform, whether it be a grate or maybe I'll just, I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I may even do it where I can slide it on and off the fire to cool it off or to kind of maintain the temperature. It's going to be a fun way to do it.
Well, I've got flames for, all right. I have a question on that. I mean, ain't the whole idea to boil?
Yeah.
When you're canning?
Yeah.
I mean, won't coals do that? Because
well, they will, but when the canning process, you've got to maintain a temperature in excess of 240 degrees for an hour and a half. And with coals, the way they rapidly cool off, you'll constantly have to be adding more to it.
Okay. That makes
sense. The temperature. So I'm thinking it'll be a lot easier with the fire.
I got
What's up,
that makes sense.
What's going on, Nikki?
Hey, what's going on? How much?
Just hanging
out. Jeremy just left to go to work, so I figured I'd pop in and say hi.
Hey.
Yeah, he works nights too, like Milkmaid's husband. Nights.
Yeah, that was my other option, Moose, was just to go ahead and make a rocket stove and just can on top of it. That'll probably be the best way.
That's what I was thinking. I want to try my canner outside with a rocket stove.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it with. I've got plenty of cinder blocks out there. I can make me a rocket stove up pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's probably the route that I'm gonna go. I do believe.
Heck yeah.
Hey, that's Badger. Welcome to the show.
I seen a couple of them little stoves made out of ammo cans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the dude, the one that I saw, the guy basically just used stainless nuts and bolts and everything, and instead of, because he didn't have a welder, and he just drilled holes and did everything and hooked it all up, and man, it worked great.
Yeah. I do need to get me an infrared temperature sensor with the laser so I could kind of get a rough estimate of the temperature and how I'm going to have to work with. Tractor Supply sells them? Sweet.
I can see that a little better. No, probably not. It's too close.
There's the other loser came up now.
Oh boy, here goes the neighborhood.
Yeah.
How much?
What's up, Hutch? Sophia Bell, Eric Johnson. Lake Ferry, $20. That ain't bad. Yeah, I might have to go up there tomorrow next day and get one of those.
Yeah,
Dragon Five is here.
most man's saying use the 2-burner propane or Coleman stoves or alcohol stoves outside in an enclosure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it over open flame, just like it kind of follows the whole SHTS, because if the grid's down and you drop a deer, you got to eat it all at once, or you got to figure a way to put it up without, destroying your salt stores. So I figured, if you got a canner and you can can over a fire, can it.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I want to attempt it outside because, hunting season's coming up. So I figured I'm still working on venison from the freezer from last year.
Yeah.
So might as well practice outside.
Oh, I got a whole hind quarter in the refrigerator right now that I'm thawing out to take to deer camp with me tomorrow. We're gonna eat deer meat while we're there.
Right.
See this? It's obvious Hutch has already started drinking.
Hutch doesn't drink.
He's
Hutch,
got
he leaves that to me.
Hutch has got the MJ syndrome. Michael Jackson. He's the PYT, pretty young thing.
Yep.
He runs around barefooted in his overalls singing that. I'm just a pretty young thing.
Yeah, I know, right? And then way back in the day, they water bath everything. Did water bath canning, and then you had the hot pour method, which is where you put stuff in a sterilized jar and you just pour boiling water over it and put the lid on real quick. It's not very sterile, not very sanitized. A lot of people died from botulism. But way back in the day, I don't know. That'd be good to kind of do a little research and see if there were residential. I mean, like you could buy a canner at the store, back before there was electricity and all that good stuff, and the people actually canned on. I'm pretty sure they canned on wood cooktop stoves and things like that.
Yeah.
But that would be a really cool research project.
The pork is the one that scares me, about, to trying to can pork.
Yeah. I think as long as you're running it for an hour and a half at 240 and not below that, you're good. It kills everything. Yeah,
it should be no different than chicken or pork. I mean, chicken or beef or anything else.
You're going an hour and a half at 240 degrees. That's the temperature threshold. As long as you stay above that, you're killing all that good stuff.
Can't pork, like if you eat bad pork, can it mess with even you being able to walk, your legs and stuff?
I know there's all kinds of weird diseases you can get. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Ross. Way back in the day, they pretty much just salted everything.
Yeah.
Has anyone done canning in the oven? I've never canned in the oven. I use the oven just to sterilize my jars, and I pressure can or I water bath can everything. I've never dry canned anything. I have, in the back in the day, I still have some actually that I gotta take out and redo. But I used to put the dried beans and the rice and pasta and things like that in a mason jar, and I'd vacuum seal them. But I stopped doing all that. Now I just go ahead and cook it, put it in the jar, and can it. I do all my vacuum sealing in Mylar.
That's funny, JS Badger. That's what I made tonight was goulash. Sure did. It was good too.
I actually made spaghetti tonight with a one jar. There was one jar of that homemade Italian sausage blend that I made that may or may not have not sealed because of Jeremy coming in and messing with the top. So all the rest of them sealed, but I chunked it in the fridge, after Saturday, and I added it to some spaghetti sauce or some pasta sauce or whatever, and made spaghetti with it. It was pretty good. The texture's a little different because that's the only thing I've eaten so far. Because everything is sealed except for that. Like all 3 weeks now or whatever, it's all in my pantry, and I haven't opened any of it. But that one didn't seal, but Jeremy did come in and back with it. So, I may or may not blame it on him, but the texture's different than fresh ground meat, but it wasn't bad. It tasted good. It's just the first thing that I've ever used.
Yeah, you get used to it. Yeah, the texture's different. When you can something high pressure like that for an hour and a half, it's going to change the texture. But I mean, you get used to it really quick. And that honey garlic chicken with rice sounds good, Maniac.
My wife makes some type of honey garlic. I'm not sure what. It's honey garlic and something, and it's chicken. She used chicken thighs. Man, put it in the crock pot. It's so freaking good. That's usually what I do with it is put it over rice. It's freaking awesome.
Sophia says, "Oh, no bugs, no bugs."
I can't see the chat now. I'm on the phone, so
Oh,
you have to tell me.
I'm fixing to shut it down here in a minute anyway. I got to get ready for the show because I got to go backstage about 20 minutes prior. So that give me a half hour to get a little something in my tummy. Maybe make me a adult beverage. And go ahead and rehearse for the ass whipping Milkmaid's going to put on us.
Mm-hmm. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah, I've got to go put the rest of that goulash up in a container. I think I'm gonna carry it with me to deer camp too. It's good. There's still quite a bit left.
Sweet. What's that? Moose says if you suspect a bad product and it hasn't blown the lid, just heat it over a boiling stove. Any boxes and toxin will be destroyed. As long as you can get it to 240 and sustain it, I would think it'd be fine. But I mean, I'd rather, if you've got enough, I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to chunk it. But if it's down to the last few jars and I got to eat, then yeah, I'm gonna risk it.
Oh
there, John.
Hutch is already running his head. Said milk ain't got nothing.
I don't know about that. We got one of the baby chicks.
That's this is my favorite one. It's one of the darker ones, but it's got a really light colored chest and the little yellow wingtips, so it's interesting. They're so cute.
Yeah, they are.
My first chickens. They're so much calmer than the quail. Quail are crazy. Look at these are cute though.
Yeah, I like some chickens.
Yeah, they're cute. The ducks are getting so big. Oh my gosh. Disco's like this big now. Or what do you call it? Disco? My duck? What do you call it? What's your name for it? Jiggler. Okay. That's right, Jiggler. I have to go get it. It's big. And they're so calm. The quail are batch crazy.
The quail?
Quail are crazy.
Yeah, I've
They're
heard.
not- I think I'm about done with those now that I have these.
Yeah.
They're suicidal and everything. They're nuts.
That's what you need tonight, Ghost.
What's that? You got?
Oh, moonshine. What kind of
This is just a store bought one. I've got
what flavor?
Huh?
What flavor?
It's strawberry.
Oh,
This
yum.
one's a store bought one, but I've got 4 or 5 quarts coming from some there's some strawberry. It's homemade stuff, and I'm gonna have some strawberry, some regular. What was that other one they said? Oh, some apple pie moonshine.
Man, apple pie moonshine is so good.
Hmm.
And I'm not a big moonshine person, but like 1, maybe 2 shots of it, delicious.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was it's like I think I'm getting 5 jars total is what from a friend, and yeah, there's gonna be some different ones. So I just went and bought some old store bought. It's still not bad. That old Smoky's not too bad.
Have you ever tried the dill pickle stuff?
Mhm.
They make dill pickle moonshine. It is good in some Bloody Marys.
I like the muscadine.
I've never tried that. I've never seen it.
My favorite.
That's what they
Muscadine's
said.
Muscadine's the best. Take it and put it in the freezer and let that stuff get woo. It goes down smooth.
I'd try it for sure. I'm just saying. Dill pickle I bought in Lakey, Texas, down by the river, the Frio. There was a liquor store and they had the dill pickle moonshine, and I took it, and that Sunday morning I made Bloody Marys for everybody. It was delicious. It was good.
All right, well, boys and girls, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the first episode. I need to go get ready and get prepped up for Native's show. And once again, it's called what? Showdown? Show off?
The setup.
Setup.
So why
Yeah.
can I do that?
The
So,
setup.
all you guys, 9 p.m., Native and Devout's channel, the setup. Y'all come watch me and Hutch get over there and get our ass whipped by the milkmaid.
Yep.
Fun. It'll be fun. It's gonna be good. I'm kind of scared about the scenarios he's got worked up.
Love you, Ghost, but I'm all team milkmaid. Just saying.
I don't blame you. I'm pulling for it too. If I'm gonna lose, I'd rather lose to her than Hutch.
Right. I love Hutch too, but I'm still team milkmaid all the way.
All right, well, I will see you guys over there hopefully at 9 o'clock. Native and Devout. Hang on a second. If
See y'all.
any of you don't have his channel, can one of the mods post Native's channel real quick? Native and Devout.
Yeah, I'll have to make
Hey,
my
yo, you want to see
come up here. Should be right here.
Milkmaid.
I can't see the chat. You're right. Exactly, Sherry. Hashtag team milkmaid. I know. Sorry. Girls, us girls stick together. For her.
That link right there should take you straight to his show.
Cool. There's the link right there, you boys and girls. And while you're there, make sure you click that red button, subscribe. The link that Backwoods posted is to the actual show, to the video. It'll take you directly to it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, go below there and hit that red button and sub to the channel. Off the wall, just drop the link.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, you guys. I'm going to get out of here and get prepped up for the show, and I will see you guys at 9 o'clock. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you everybody on the panel for showing up. Thank you, mods. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you guys on Native's show here at 9 o'clock, and then back here again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk food storage. Food storage.
Awesome.
All right.
Later,
All
guys.
right. We'll talk to you guys later. Y'all have a good one.